in the moment you might feel like it's worth it because, oh, I hate my mom right now, I hate my dad right now. But yeah, you only hate them for that moment. But you're gonna be all up in their face the next day talking about let's go have some tacos. You know what I mean?
I'm Alan with Phoenix House, California, where I work as a prevention specialist, and I talk to students about positive ways to maintain their mental health. Working with students in the schools, I see that their experience is not too different from what I went through in grade school. We see physical violence at school in the form of bullying, in the form of fights. We see cyberbullying online, and even on the news, we see mass shootings. So I grew up in Santa Ana, where it was very common for me to get hit up by gangs and basically be asked to join a gang. I had to deal with that while at the same time going to school, wanting to do better for myself and my family. And if I'm being honest, it was scary to get hit up on the way home from school. It was scary to get hit up in my neighborhood. So whether it's happening to you, or whether people are trying to pull you into it, or even if you're the one being violent, you can reach out. Share your story and get help. No one has to continue down the same path. Having supportive people in your life can help you stay true to your vision. Who makes you feel seen and heard? Maybe you haven't experienced that. If not, I want you to see what's possible. Take a look.
How do you think others see you?
Funny, without trying to be. It's just like comes out naturally. So Joyce, how did others see you when you were young?
Once they got to know me, I think they saw me as someone who was caring. I was a people pleaser. Ray, what is your vision for the future?
I want to be more like free, be able to do things that I want to do. My vision for the future is to become a correction officer. The reason why I'm trying to go to that path, when I used to be incarcerated, I feel like they were just more there to like get their paycheck. Could you tell me about a time that you were involved in violence?
I did grow up in an abusive household. My dad was physically abusive towards my mom, and my mom in turn physically abusive towards me and my sisters. I wish she wasn't as mean as she was to me. A lot of the things that, she would say to me or do to me, they created an inner voice inside of me. I still kind of battle with that inner voice. Dre, where do you see violence in your community? Who creates it and who's the victim?
Like there was a little bit of it in school, but then, like after school was just like a whole different level. So I did end up like doing all these crazy things. I ended up getting like hurt a couple times. Party all night. It was like 2-3 in the morning in the street, and I already knew I shouldn't have been in that neighborhood. Some guy ended up coming and like put a gun at us, and he was asking us where we're from and all that stuff. I was like, I don't know, why don't you figure it out? Inside I was kind of like, dang, like I'm gonna die right now because I wanted to go to a party.
What advice would you give to a teen who may appear on the outside is very lost?
I think what I would say is like find one thing that you like to do, like, and just like take off with it. You could be really good at drawing, just draw every day. Like do something that is like positive, that's gonna put other thoughts in your mind. Don't let anybody already put thoughts in your head of like what they think you're gonna be. Like we can't predict the future, you never know, you might be like the next president or something, but because you let the things that they say really like get to you, you're gonna think their way, and everything that you're thinking negatively, you're gonna make sure that happens. It's like if you think good, a lot of good stuff is gonna happen. Can you tell me about a person or something that motivated you to stay out of trouble?
Finding something that you're good at and something that interests you and focusing on that. I think that is so important when it comes to making the right choices. And I always said from when I was a child that I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a teacher because I wanted to work with kids. I wanted to be a teacher, and it wasn't because I love teaching subjects. Like that wasn't ever my thing. I wanted to be a teacher because I wanted to work with kids. Right now I teach language arts, Again, I didn't teach language arts because I love English. Like, and I barely read, to be honest. Like, I wanted to make an impact.
It's not about like learning whatever subject that person's teaching you, but it's like how do you feel in their class.
I like that. I like that because that almost like validates my belief that I feel like kids give their best in school, particularly in classes, that whether they like the subject or not, where they feel comfortable and they feel valued and respected.
What are your hopes for me?
Well, after learning about you today, I really hope that you do achieve your goals and becoming the correctional officer. I think you would be fantastic in a position like that. You would be able to connect with them like, hey, you know what? I've been through a rough spot and rough places, like, but here I am. And sometimes people need that small glimmer of hope because they may otherwise not get it anywhere else. Correctional officer, maybe that's really just a stepping stone for something greater.
Thank you. I really appreciate your words and spending this time with me. I think I owe a lot to my parents after everything that I've already taken. So I could at least do this for them and for me, because I really want to do it. And I think like it really like put their mind at ease. Like, okay, all right, you got it. You got to go and it's good. Just keep it.
Let's take some time to reflect on your vision for your future. Take a few seconds to think about all of this. Close your eyes if it helps, and think about your vision for your life. What do you want? What matters to you? You deserve all that and more. Your everyday decisions can help you get there, or not. In real life, you only have seconds to make a decision. Holding on to your vision can help. Every day you make hundreds of choices. Every day you have a chance to choose a path towards the life you want and deserve. So take a second right now and remember the vision you have for your life. Remember what you want. Remember what matters most to you. You have the power to choose, to move away from violence and towards the life you want. You may not know it. You may not believe it. But remember, you do have a choice.